I just scored my first comic collection of 2024, and the only reason why I got to it is because I asked the one question you should always ask when buying comics. What is up, guys? Welcome to the Paper Chase channel. First collection purchase of 2024. Went on a bit of a drought for a while, but we are back in action here. As always, please hit the like button if you do want to support the channel. Alright, so in this video, I pretty much buy a comic collection. I go over the issues that I acquired, the key issues, what might get sent off to CGC to get graded, and at the end, I tell you what I paid for everything. I'll also put in for you guys a couple of the market reports or recent sales for some of the bigger books. Alright, so the backstory, how did I find this collection? So my favorite place to find comic collections is always Facebook Marketplace. And I saw that one person was selling about 3 or 4 different comics. There was an ASM 301, a Hulk 271, I believe, first Rocket Raccoon, I can't think of the issue number, and then a few other sets of comics. And I had asked the person, hey, is there any other comics that you're planning on selling that you haven't listed yet? That's one of the big tips for comic hunting. If you're somewhere buying comics, always ask, is this all you've got? Is there more where this came from? A lot of times there is, and in this case there was. So I told the girl that was selling the comics, you know, what I do on the side. This is a side business for me. And I say I buy collections, and I kind of fill her in. And she hits me back with the statement of, well, I'm not planning on selling my collection for pennies on the dollar. Anyway, she said that she had about 1,500 to 2,000 comics total that she inherited. Now, in the beginning, I took this to mean that somebody passed away and left these comics to her. The other big rule in finding and flipping comic collections is get there first, because
if you ain't first, you're last.
So I had an opportunity to get to her a couple of days after I talked to her, but my son was born. I guess that's about as good of an excuse as any for me not to get there first. So I ended up not getting back to this woman for about a week and a half later, and we met up in a Walmart parking lot. Now, when this deal went down, it was probably 40-something degrees outside. It was freezing cold. This lady was meeting me by herself in a parking lot. I did not feel comfortable filming her or them. I just kind of wanted to get in, see what she had, and get the deal done. And because I was not there first, somebody did get to this collection and bought a few books from her. She also went to a second in Charles and gave them 4 long boxes, and they gave her a very small amount of money for those 4 long boxes. And considering that this collection was not picked through yet, there's a second in Charles somewhere in southern Louisiana that's got a hell of a lot of good books. And so I'm about 3rd in line from actually buying books off this woman. So before I even start looking through these books, I'm thinking, you know what, this stuff is probably bare. It's probably the Drek, the Dollar Bin, the filler stuff. She's probably just hoping I pick this stuff up from her. So I dig in one box. Within the first 3 books, I see a book. I'm like, okay, definitely not fully picked through. So with all of that being said, I went through about 90% of the collection in the freezing cold, gave her an offer, and she accepted it. I went home with the comics. Now, if you're new to the channel, one of the ways I love to go through these collections is live with you guys in person. And it's a whole lot of fun for us. We do it as like a big group, and we have a drink and go through a comic collection, and hopefully we strike some gold. But I always like to make videos where I go through the books, because not everybody has the patience or time to sit down for an hour and a half and watch me fumble through books. So that's this video. First thing I'm going to do is cut to a video that is kind of the bulk of the collection here. Not the big key issues, but just some back issue filler stuff. A lot of great titles and things like that. And then we'll dive into the key issues and the things that I'm going to get graded. All right, so there you saw kind of like the least expensive of the books, the filler stuff, the back issues, the non-keys, all great stuff, but these were the least valuable. In total, after separating all of the key issues out, I think I have a total of almost a short box full of keys, and we're going to roll right through them. All right, one of the first books I saw when I got into the collection was this Wolverine issue number 27, very high grade, incredible Jim Lee art here. We have a Wolverine issue number 24. This is the first appearance of Madripoor in comics. Another amazing Jim Lee art and in very high grade. That's one thing about this collection. This collection was definitely in a high grade. Even the non-bagged and boarded stuff were in very good condition. We have a Marvel Comics Presents issue number 72. This is the first appearance of Weapon X, Wolverine's backstory behind his adamantium claws, or skeleton rather, and we had 2 of those in there. Next up, we have a gorgeous John Byrne cover. This is Wolverine issue number 17, an amazing red cover. I actually have one of these in a 9.8, so this is going to be good for somebody else out there who might want to get it graded, very high grade. Also, keep in mind the description links below will have where I sell comic books, and there is a coupon for Whatnot. If you're new to Whatnot, you get $15 off your first purchase on Whatnot. Next, we have What If issue number 4. This is what if the alien costume had possessed Spider-Man here. And then we have Batman issue 441. I think this is the first time Tim Drake wears Jason Todd's costume. But this is extremely high grade. Correct me if I'm wrong. My Batman keys can get a little fuzzy. And then we had a Spider-Man issue 2099. This is his first actual appearance, not the preview appearance, and his first ongoing series. One group of books that I saw in this collection that I absolutely was thrilled to get my hands on was ASM issue number 320. This is Todd McFarlane cover. There's a lot of, not a lot, but there's a good bit of Todd McFarlane Spider-Man books in this lot here, and they're all very high grade. ASM 301 wasn't in there, so I'm guessing the guy bought that. There was some gaps in the runs of this collection where I'm like, yeah, this guy probably bought. I have an idea of what this guy bought, but all the Spider-Man stuff is in really good condition. I'm talking about like 9.2, 9.4 and higher grade. We had an ASM 319, another Todd McFarlane. This is issue 317. So the one right before this, issue 316, is a great book. If that thing was in high grade in that collection, that was the score. Then we've got also 318, very high grade. And then, love this cover, we've got issue 324. Again, Todd McFarlane. We have the second print of the first appearance of Bishop. And I like this one way more. This is the gold cover. That's how you know it's the second print. And this, I would love one of these in a 9.8. I do have another one that's a potential 9.8 that's going to get graded. We're not going to spend too much time, but we had a few of these. We all know this book. And then of those variants, I feel like this is the one to get, maybe. The Jim Lee Magneto cover. Super high grade here. And then we have more X-Men Jim Lee. We had X-Men 11 in there. We had an X-Men issue 244. This is the first appearance of Jubilee. Gorgeous Jim Lee cover. X-Men issue 268. X-Men issue number 283. First full appearance of Bishop. We had a Spawn issue number 1. A good bit of She-Hulk books in there. This is She-Hulk issue number 100. This recently just got hot because of the Deadpool trailer, and I'm trying to remember the first appearance in it. Comment below if you can remember, if you know the first appearance that's in this book. That is Deadpool spec. I can't think of it. We had a She-Hulk issue number 23, another key appearance. We had a Lobo issue number 1. Sneakily expensive book. Not expensive, more expensive than what you would think. We had a Legionnaires issue number 16. This is an Adam Hughes cover. So these early Adam Hughes art, these early Adam Hughes covers, before he was doing a whole bunch of stuff, and especially if it's of a female on the cover, you know, have some value to them for sure. People love these things. So it is a very cool cover, and it also is very high grade. First appearance of the Silver Banshee. Iron Man 281, I think this is one of the first appearances of War Machine, or cameo appearance, and this thing is crazy high grade. We had a Justice Society of America number 1. We had a Ninjak number 1, the Shattered Glass variant. We had Thor 412. This is the first full appearance of the New Warriors. Superman 167. I can't think of the key appearance off the top of my head. But this thing is detached. The cover is detached, and the first couple of pages are detached at the bottom staple. So I think it's a pretty nice key, but you know, the condition will make it very affordable for somebody. We had Fantastic Four issue 211. This is the first appearance of Terrax. We had Captain America issue 354, first appearance of the U.S. Agent, or John Walker as the U.S. Agent. And then back to the McFarlane Spider-Man, we had a Spider-Man issue number 13. We had a Spider-Man issue number 1. And yes, I checked all of them for the Lizard variants. No errors. If you're not familiar with the error on that comic, if you open up to one of the center folds or center panels, there's a picture of the Lizard, and I believe there's a blue color error variant, and then the biggest money book of them all is the copper. If it looks gold or copper, the Lizard, there's a very, very rare error variant of that book. And always check your Spidey ones. Moving on, I had 3 of these. We had three Spider-Man 1 Silver editions. This guy like McFarlane, love this cover here, Hulk 354. This is a cover I've been waiting to run into, definitely staying with me in the PC. This is Spectacular Spider-Man issue 148, an awesome just zombie cover with Ned Leeds, Gwen Stacy, and Spidey on the front. That's great. We had X-Men 248. This is Jim Lee's first artwork on the X-Men. X-Men 256. This is the debut of Psylocke's new costume. The one that is more favorable for the teenage lads. We had a Superman number 4, first appearance of Bloodsport. A little late to the game, but nice. We had Infinite Crisis issue number 3, first appearance of Jaime Reyes, recently the Blue Beetle. And these are both covers. So that has a cover A and a cover B to it. We had both of those. Then we also had the first appearance of Jaime Reyes as the Blue Beetle in both covers. Sneaky Book, World's Finest, issue 285. First time Frank Miller draws Batman. Very cool book. We had a Rye issue number 1 that's insanely high grade. Batman 436. Avengers 232, first Star Fox. Another one, if you get the correct printing of it, is really expensive. Close, but no cigar. This is Batman issue 457. I believe this is the first time Tim Drake appears as Robin in like his Robin costume. And so the rare one, you need 2 things for it to be the ultimate rare second printing. You need the newsstand, so you need the barcode at the bottom here, and you also need to see a new Robin issue at the top. If you have 2 of those things, you buy that book. Even if that book's $100, you buy that book. That book goes for some major money. Major money. You know, scratch that. Don't buy anything, I tell you. I don't tell anybody to buy anything. First appearance of Scream, Venom, number 4. And of course, there was an issue number 1, Venom Lethal Protector. Then we had a New Mutants number 86, first appearance of Cable as a baby. Baby Cable. We had another Superman number 4, first appearance of Bloodshot. We had a What If Silver Surfer wielded the Infinity Gauntlet. And those What If issues are really cool, and like, you know, some of them can get a little pricey. That one is not too crazy, but it's over $10. We had a Tower of Shadows issue number 5. I am a horror lover. I would typically keep this, but I don't know why. I'm just not feeling it. Then we had a Nightwing number 1, but newsstand. This is the years you want to look for newsstands for. Especially in high grade. This is probably like a 9.2, but still, not many Nightwing number 1s in a newsstand. Superman issue number 8. This book got super hot when The Flash came out. First, Kara Zor-El, I believe. Then we have a Batman v Superman issue number 23. I think this is the first cameo appearance of Terry McGinnis, who becomes Batman Beyond. We had X-Men issue number 257. X-Men issue 239. We had an X-Men number 4 as well. All right, back to the She-Hulk books. We had a Sensational She-Hulk issue number 1, newsstand, very high grade. And all of these She-Hulk books are in the Sensational She-Hulk run. All of these books are, $25, $30 or higher. Some of them a good bit higher. We had an issue number 43, John Byrne cover. Again, very high grade. All of these will be for sale. We had the Incredible Hulk 441. This is the Pulp Fiction homage variant. High grade as well. Decently big She-Hulk book here. We had Sensational She-Hulk issue number 40. This is the controversial cover because for the first few panels, she's depicted as being nude, jump roping. We had issue number 39, another kind of pricey book in high grade. And then we had the Demi Moore homage, issue number 34. Moving on, we also had one of the first books I saw in the boxes. We had a Wolverine issue number 8, first appearance of Patch and Mr. Fix-It. This thing is currently probably a little bit on the hot side because of the trailer, Deadpool trailer. So this will be for sale. I have my copy, but that will be for sale. All right, now for the books I'm going to send to CGC. And it's not that all of these are like major, huge books, but if they can hit the grades that I think that they can hit, I'm either going to love them for my personal collection or they're going to be worth selling. So we had an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 315. This is technically the first cover appearance of Venom here, right there, and extremely high grade. All of these are potential 9.6, 9.8 candidates, and that's why they are going to CGC. These I've been looking for a while and one for the personal collection. This is Marvel Tales issue number 236. These things are just getting more and more popular. People are starting to realize when Todd draws the X-Men, it's a good thing. Look at that. And he's got a few of those in the Marvel Tales run. And I got a few of them right here. This is 235. And all of these, again, are super high grade. And 233. And then back to the Todd Spidey stuff, we had ASM 321, super high grade copy. We had ASM 322, super high grade copy, Todd McFarlane cover. Same thing with the 323 and the 325. Then we have Sensational She-Hulk, issue number 15. This is the first appearance of the Gray She-Hulk, newsstand, and a hard 9.6, 9.8 candidate. This would be very, very cool. In a 9.8. Last but definitely not least, an extremely high grade copy of X-Men 266, the first in-story, chronologically, appearance of Gambit. First full cover appearance of Gambit. Good book here. And this makes like my 6th copy of this. So I'm going to end up selling my other ones. But this one definitely deserves to go to CGC, and hopefully you can hit a 9.8. So that's all of the key issues, the notable books in the collection. Okay, now for the price. What did I pay? 3 seconds to guess. Total for every single book that you saw today in this video, I paid $600. Have I had better collections? Absolutely. But this, I think, was a great, great deal and will allow me to turn a profit, buy some things for the personal collection that I want, and some of these things are going to stay in the personal collection. It's the name of the game, guys. We know it. We all love it. One of the great things about this hobby is the knowledge and the effort that you put into knowing it, learning it, and treating it, a portion of it like a business, will help your personal collection grow. And funding the hobby is a ton of fun. And if you do like to fund the hobby, consider subscribing to this channel. It is definitely a big part of this channel. And also comic reviews have started to work its way in. So we'll see. If they keep on doing well, I'm going to keep on doing comic reviews because I love doing those. But everybody always loves a good collection video. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of this haul. First one of 2024. More to come. Keep a lookout for the live unboxings. That way you guys can get in on it when we break these collections down live in person. So hit like on your way out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you on the next page.